Hey guys, this is eBilly99 doing the 15 questions for evolution. Because I do the thinking, so you don't have to, and with creatards, that may be a good thing. Let's start at the beginning. How did life with specifications for hundreds of proteins originate just by chemistry without intelligent design? Abiogenesis, lipids absorbing molecules that flowed into it, getting over volcanic vents, which fused molecules. Those that were able to self-replicate were able to propagate. Those that were able to propagate blocked out the lesser ones, which then gained the material. Thus, you have your first life. How did the DNA code originate? From RNA. How did copying errors create 3 billion letters of DNA to change a microbe into a microbiologist? First of all, our DNA, most of it's by which genes are turned on and off, not by new genes. But there's mutation, duplication, transposition, and retroviral DNA. So yeah, there's plenty of ways for more DNA to be added. Why is natural selection taught as evolution as if it explains the origin of the diversity of life? Because it does explain the origin of the diversity of life. How did biochemical pathways, which involve multiple enzymes working together in sequence, originate? The same way anything originates, you have all the parts there, and through slight changes about which ones use the process is better, those are the ones that survive. So eventually, you get from the ore to the motorboat through simple changes. Nothing complex about that. Why is living things look like they were designed? So how do evolutions know that they were not designed? Problem with that is you always need a new designer. If we were to go by the principle that everything that looks like it was designed must have been designed, then your very God would need a designer, and his God would need a designer. Because according to you, complexity requires design. And the creator of the complex is even more complex than the designed. How did multicellular life originate? Slime mold. How did sex originate? Ask the earthworm. Why are the expected countless millions of transitional fossils missing? They're not missing. They're in museums everywhere because transitional fossils, from your explanation, do not exist because we're not going to see a crocoduck or a turtle dog, puppy turtle. Because that's not how evolution works. Evolution works with small changes within a species until the species is no longer the same species. There's Cro-Magnon man, Neanderthal man, Homo sapien, Homo sapien sapien, Aparaxa, the bird dinosaur thingy, Aparaxa. Yeah. Yeah. How do living fossils remain unchanged? Because there's no reason for them to change. How did blind chemistry? Well, if chemistry is not blind, it works on rules. Morality is just a system by which we judge what is good and bad for society. Why is evolution just so storytelling tolerated as science? Well, this is an ad hominem. It's saying that it's just a storytelling device, which it isn't. We have got hundreds of scientific breakthroughs, which is the next thing. Like we've got medicine, plastics, computers, yeah, all that thanks to evolution. Why is evolution a theory about history, taught as if it was an operational science? Again, an ad hominem, but it's taught because it's true. Why? And finally, the last question, the one that actually has me stumped. Why is a fundamentally religious idea a dogmatic belief system that fails to explain the evidence taught in science class? I honestly don't know. I would love to hear from a creationist on this. Why is creationist taught so involved in teaching in schools? Why does Texas allow it? I really don't know this answer, and guys, I would love to hear something from you guys. Because perhaps you can answer why the fundamental religious idea of creationism, a dogmatic belief system that fails to explain the evidence, taught in science classes in Texas. Because I have no idea. This is eBilly99 signing out.